Hello guys, this is Srinivas here. Welcome to our next session of tax module. And already we have discussed some of the sections like manage tax regime, uh, manage taxes, manage tax status, manage tax jurisdiction, tax zone, and party tax profiles, and configuration on tax options. So, in our earlier sessions, we have discussed all these things. And in this session, we'll cover the most important sections, that is understanding our tax rate. Okay. So here, what you mean by understanding the tax rate? Because when you are going to gather the requirement for a tax setup from a business which belongs to a specific country, you need to understand what kind of rates are applicable for that tax regime. Okay. So here I have captured the rates, possible rates applicable under different scenario for Germany tax regime. Okay. So accordingly, you have to define our tax rates, and then we have to create tax rules to derive these tax calculations. Okay. So you can see here it is the scenario, and under against each scenario you will see certain percentage of tax rates. So we need to understand the scenario one by one, and then you have to define the tax rates accordingly. So domestic tax with goods and service. What does it mean? That means when the business is selling to a German customer, like you know, we are creating the tax setup for a legal entity belongs to German or business unit belongs to German. So any customer belongs to Germany is purchasing something, or the business is selling something to a German customer. What does it mean? Like selling means billing address for that customer is Germany and shipping address for that customer is Germany. So that is called a domestic tax. That means a domestic standard rate is applicable for that customer. Okay. So you can mention here selling to a German customer. Okay. So here the geographical location of that customer, like bill to address and ship to address for that customer, will be Germany. So that means bill to bill to ship to address equal to Germany. Okay. So this is our first scenario. So we need to create a tax rate for this. What is your second scenario? Intra-community tax good. What is intra-community? Intra-community means when our business selling something within a predefined community or a custom geography. Okay, so it's a kind of European Union which we have defined already in our last session, which is called a custom tax zone or custom user defined geography. So if our business is selling something to this Europe members of European community, then it will be intra-community tax. So in this case, standard tax rate will not be applicable, and it will be 0% tax rate will be applicable for these members, intra-community members. Okay. So here, selling to a intra-community customer are. Intra-community. Okay. So here the bill to and ship to, it should not be Germany. Okay. If it will be Germany, again it will attract domestic rates. So intra-community. So any country within that European Economic Zone other than Germany, then this tax rate will be applicable. Okay. So here bill to ship to. Address will be intra-community country. Okay. So why it is good? That means we are selling goods. The business is selling, the product type is good here. Again, we can define the same kind of rules for intra-community customer, and it will be a service. Okay. So we have to create a different rule for goods as well as service. If the product type is good, we have to define the rules for this. And if it's selling the service, then we have to create a different rule. And rates. Okay. Export tax goods. What is export tax good? So we defined our standard rates, which is 19%. We defined our intra-community tax good rates, and we defined our intra-community tax service rates. Export means when our business in Germany is selling something, a country outside European Union. Okay, that means outside Europe. Okay, so here we need to define a rate for export tax rate. That means selling to a customer, selling to a outside EU customer or non-EU customer. Okay, selling to a non-EU customer. So here the bill to and ship to address should be non-EU. Non-EU country. Okay. Again, the product type here is good. So if you are expecting goods, then product type will be good. There will be a different rate of 0%. Again, if you are selling service, then the product type will be service. So in each case, we have to create a different rule for this. Different tax rate for this. Okay. So here again, selling to non-EU customers, and the bill to and ship to address here in non-EU countries. Non-EU country means it's neither it is Germany, neither any other country is a member of the European tax community or European economic zone. Okay. Again, intra-community tax for service when the ship to location is blank. So in this case, usually what happens when we are selling goods, basically we consider bill to and ship to location of the customers. But here, in case of service, there is ship to address can be missing or it can be blank. So in this case, we need to define separate rules. The rate will be same, but we need to derive tax calculation based upon the rules that this tax will be applicable when the ship to location is blank, because we are selling here a service. Okay, so it will be same tax rate and it will be service. sorry, intra-community customer. Again, if you are selling export tax per service when the ship to location is blank, that is also a scenario. When exporting something service and here the ship to location can be blank. So we have to define a rules where billing location will be there but shipping location can be blank and this tax will be derived. So what is reduced rate for a specific country? For example, there can be specific agreement with our business for certain country. If you are selling something to the customer belongs to that country, then some kind of special rate or special tax rate will be applicable. For example, Switzerland. Switzerland is not a part of European Economic Zone, and if our business is selling to a customer who is billed to and shipped to address is Switzerland, then 7.7 tax rate will be applicable. Okay. So in this case, we have to again. So in this case, again, we have to define a separate tax rate. Selling to Switzerland customer, Swiss customer. So here, bill to and ship to address for that customer will be Switzerland. Okay. Then intra-community tax is 19% when the customer is not registered. So it can be a scenario like as we discussed in our user-defined geography or what it called European Economic Zone. If the customer is registered, then only the 0% intra-community will be applied. But if the customer is maybe it's a member of that European community, but it is not a registered customer with that country's tax authority, then normal tax rate will be applicable. So 19% charge tax will be charged. Okay. So for non-registered customer, So if the customer is a member of European Economic Community, but it is not registered with the tax authority, then the special rate will not be applicable. The standard 19% rate will be applicable. Another scenario, for specific product category, the tax rate is 7%. Okay. So most of the goods and services, the standard tax rate will be 19%. But there can be certain rules like for certain consumable or non-consumable items where the government has specific rules that the reduced rate of tax will be applicable. Like for example, food processing items, food items, or certain consumable and medicine like pharmaceutical items. So in this case, the reduced rate of 7% will be applicable. Okay. And then we have to create another rate for reduced rate of 7%. Reduced rate. So these are all the scenario you have to accommodate in our tax rate and tax rule setup, and to derive correct tax calculation, we have to configure our tax determination factor and tax condition set so that the tax can be calculated as expected. So my suggestion is to, like, when we are going to configure the tax rate, we have to understand properly their tax structure and the different kind of rates are applicable under different scenarios. And then after understanding only, we have to define this tax rate and then go ahead with the necessary setups, tax determination, tax conditions, and tax rule setup to derive the tax calculations. Okay. Thank you guys. So I'm ending up this session for now, and in next session we will define in system all these tax rates, and we'll discuss what are the necessary and important things we need to consider while defining these tax rates. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching this video. We'll meet in next session.